go over today with you on first-time home buyers, or you're just coming back into the market after having maybe owned your house for maybe 5-7 years and you don't know really what's going on and what you should know
in the market, because it changes so much. So we just want to kind of bring that attention to you and what it's going to take to be a home buyer again.
That's right. So we want to kind of talk about credit scores first. You want to kind of go into that a little bit with them?
Sure. So first of all, I think being aware is the biggest thing. If you don't, and that's okay if you don't yet, but you need to kind of look into that a little bit more. Even if it just starts with a free service out there. There's so many of them, but you need to know where you are to start. And then, touch base with, we can get you in touch with the lender because they're going to need to know that. It's so important, your credit score.
It's really important that you know where your credit score is. And if it's not where it should be, they think it should be, and if it's lower, on the lower end, it's all right.
Yeah.
But they're going to coach you along. They're not just going to say, sorry, we don't do any. Most of the people that we would send you to or suggest for you, or even if you went out on your own to find that person, is going to really coach you along because they want to make you a client as well. And I find everybody's really helpful.
Well, that's the biggest thing is they're going to give you the information that you can really use lifelong.
Yes.
But they're going to help you get to the point where you can become a homeowner. So being aware of your credit score is number one for sure.
Thing. Yeah. And then down payment.
Yeah, so I remember when we were buying our first home, I guess I didn't even think that that was a thing.
Right.
I mean, so there's so many different options though. So conventional is 20% of the actual asking price, but so many homes in our market right now are eligible for
FHA.
So that's 3.5% down. What a difference, right?
Or what about if it's out in the rural areas that qualifies for USDA, which is
so zero down. So you could finance 100% of your home.
Yeah. So, or if you're a veteran.
Yes.
And you're just got, you're a veteran and you came back and you've been away for a while, you can have that zero down payment too.
Yeah. Yep.
You haven't bought anything recently.
So there's lots of different options for down payments, but just ask us which homes are available for those, which are eligible, and then we can help you with that.
Yeah, and then there's some down payment assistance programs actually.
Yes,
some are on the higher end.
So good about this. Yeah.
Some are on the higher end. You have to have a higher credit score, but there are some that are lower, and you may qualify for it that you didn't even know, so you didn't have to come up with that 3.5%. Yep. So if we're just talking about, let's say a $200,000 home, and that 3.5%, we're looking at $7,000, and you're going to put probably around $1,000 in earnest money down.
What is earnest money?
That's right. Why are you talking about earnest money?
What is earnest money? So think of like a deposit. If you're serious about the home that you found and you want that one, the sellers are going to want to know that you're serious. So that's what earnest money is. It's a deposit that you mean business.
Right. So you want to repeat that again?
Yeah.
We have our small little mini realtor here today with
He's our baby realtor with us today. So our earnest money, again, so that's just a deposit. The sellers want to know that just because you place an offer on the home that you mean business and you're ready to purchase this home. So earnest money is just a small deposit, and so it'll be about $1,000. Typically, like Angela said,
$500 sometimes on a lower end home, $1,000, and then if you get up over that $300,000 mark, they may counter back and say they would like you to have a little more skin in the game.
Yeah. But it just proves that you really you mean business and you want that home.
And that money is going to follow you all the way through to the closing and add it as a credit for you at closing. So it doesn't go away. It's your money all the way to the end. And then that can kind of come off of what you have to bring for down payment too, because you've already contributed, that $1,000 or $2,000 to the game.
Yeah, you're not going to lose that.
That you won't lose it.
Yeah.
And then closing costs.
So that kind of rolls right into
That's right. So closing costs. Closing costs is about 3% of your purchase price on average. So on that $200,000 deal, you're looking at $6,000 in closing costs. Now, some of those things are prepaid insurance. You have to have that full year coverage. So that could be $1,500 right there.
Yeah.
Your title work.
Yeah. It's like thinking of all the people in the background that are doing all the work for you.
That's right. The underwriters, the appraisal that's being done. You can roll in your home inspection into those closing costs too, and not pay it up front if you get with the right home inspector. And some of the warranties are included into that. Yeah. So it is really up to, closing costs are 3%. One of the other things that we do so easily most of the time is ask the sellers to pay it.
Yeah, so whenever we make our offer for a home and we're writing up that contract for you, we can also put in there as an option that the sellers cover your closing costs.
3%.
Yeah, and there's a lot of times if they're a motivated seller, they'll help out and do that.
That's right, they have that little extra cash. And most of the time their realtor on the other end has already coached them to that. But what if we have a buyer that needs your help? Are you going to be able to assist? And it's part of the contract actually. We have to ask it when we're in their home. So taking that listing. So know that it's there and they've already talked to you about
so there's always different options, but we can help kind of point you in the right direction of what's going to be the best choice for you.
That's right. So that's it for today.
Yeah. All right. So if you're looking to buy your home, remember you can own it. I'm Paige.
I'm Angela.
And we're with Own It Realty. We'll see you later.
All right. Bye.